I don't actually hold mics, so if this is not working, let me know. Here? Okay. Hey guys, I'm Abby, and I hate public speaking, so this is really rough. But yeah, I'm just going to share a little bit about what his house has looked like for the last, I think, 2.5 years, and just my testimony. Yeah, I got here to SVSU in fall of 2022, and I was not a Christian. I did not grow up in a Christian household, and I didn't even know like the first thing about Jesus or like anything about him. And then I met Keegan, my husband now. And we actually got further into the world, believe it or not, so that wasn't good. But luckily for me, Keegan had some great friends back home, like Zach Graves. And honestly, today I just want to talk about the power of prayer. Because if there's one thing I think the Lord has shown me in my time here, it's just how much he's willing to do if you just ask. And so Zach was friends with Jesus, and he just asked. Zach's a really good friend because Zach wasn't like, hey, God, will you take care of Keegan and hopefully he'll break up with this girl so he can just pursue the Lord? But Zach actually even showed us in his journal the day that he wrote it and prayed it. He prayed for both of us to find the Lord and just have a beautiful relationship with him. And that's a story that I feel like a lot of people don't get to have. So I feel really blessed to be married to Keegan now, and just all the friends that we've made along the way. I could just talk about so many examples of ways that God has just answered prayers. That being the first one, the biggest one that I ever saw answered. I would say the next biggest prayer that I have seen answered was we were at fall retreat my first year here, and I was like, this is kind of funny. I don't really have any friends. We're just all like hanging out. And Elena asked me if I wanted to be a part of a life group, and I didn't know what that meant or what that looked like. And if you're not a part of a group that just meets and just prays for each other and loves on each other and keeps each other accountable, whatever that looks like, I just pray that for you, that you could have that kind of group, just to push each other to something higher. So I just met some really great people through that. And also on fall retreat, I remember I met Gavin, and I don't know, he was going through it or something. I won't add him too much. But anyway, I was like, Keegan was like making friends with all the guys, and I was like, what's the deal with that guy? And Keegan's like, I don't know, but he prayed that we would become friends. And I was like, oh, that's really weird. And so I just was like thinking about that for so long. And then like the next couple of months, they like spent every day just working out together and looking for the ring that I'm wearing today, and just seeing their beautiful friendship just grow through one prayer that Gavin made at fall retreat. That was just so awesome. Yeah, and this community has just been like nothing I've ever experienced before. I remember just praying when I first got here, just that God would provide friends. And man, like just looking around this room, I just see a whole bunch of people who just has changed my life. And I'm so grateful for all of you guys. And I literally don't know where I would be if Jesus didn't bring me to his house. And I have to thank Troy and Heather so much for just never giving up on us, giving us so much responsibility, just the trust that you have for all the people here. I'll never forget after fall retreat this year, when we had to go drop something off at the duplex, and like the whole worship team is just unloading all the equipment there, and Troy and Heather aren't even there, and I'm like, wow, they just trust a bunch of like 18 to 20-year-olds to just unload all this like expensive equipment, and it was just so awesome to see, and everyone's just like working as a team. Yeah, Jesus just does crazy things if you ask him. That's all I got.